Okay, tip number 2 here during this knee recovery and rehab here is that the placement of your foot placement is extremely important. This is what determines whether or not you get the proper rehab in your knee. Now, you hear this bullshit myth all the time that you should keep your feet parallel and shoulder width like that. That is completely wrong. That's one of the biggest causes of people damaging their knees when they're squatting. And the thing that you want to do is you want to spread your toes out, point your toes out like you naturally would. So I'm going to bring the camera down. You're not going to see my face for a few minutes here. And I just want you to look at where my foot position is at during this bench squat that I'm showing you. All right? Now you'll notice here that my foot position, everybody tells you, all the trainers, everybody that doesn't know anything about knee rehab or strengthening your knee right here, they'll tell you that make sure that you keep your feet parallel to your shoulders right here. And this is completely wrong because that's not how humans naturally stand. If you look around, people naturally stand, they'll stand like this with their toes slightly outwards, pointing outwards away from the center of their body. Excuse me. So what you want to do is that when you're doing the bench squats, it's very, very important that when you do the bench squats that you maintain that natural position. So for example, for me, my natural position is right there. So when I do the bench squats, then I would hold my knee position right there like that, right? I would not force it in because when you force it in, what happens is the knee naturally goes outwards as you squat down. So as it comes out like this, it creates a torque, a torque in the knee, and that's what causes knee problems. And you hear a lot of people talking about that the squats are bad for the knees, and it's actually a bunch of bullshit because the squat is the most natural movement that the body can do, and it's actually the best movement for your knee to strengthen it. So make sure that your knee, your toes, are pointed naturally outwards where it's comfortable. If you're in doubt, just open your feet up some and come down like that. Now, if you're at home and you open your knees up like this and your foot position like this, and it bothers your knee to squat down, then what you want to do is come out a little bit wider and put your hands out in front of you like that to balance yourself and do the bench squats like that until it strengthens the knee. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand that the foot position, hold it where it's natural. There's no set position. There's no such thing as holding it parallel shoulder width. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Make sure that you hold your foot position so it's wide enough so it accommodates your body. Now, if you're 5'5", 5'3", or a little bit shorter, right, you can actually get away with holding your feet parallel shoulder width. However, if you're 5'11" like myself, that's not going to cut it. And especially if you're over 6 foot tall, you are definitely not going to be able to hold your feet parallel like this. Most people that I've trained that are over 6 foot, their foot position is really pretty wide because they need a wider base to balance out the height of their body. So just keep that in mind, guys, that if you're taller than 6 foot, your foot is going to be pretty wider than the average person as you do these bench squats or any type of squat.